All right, what's going on? What's going on, people? What's going on? Thank you for tuning in. This is Johnny Rico. If it's morning or afternoon, evening, or night, thank you for joining. I'm here just to give a understanding. Let me just wipe this part off because you might think what I'm trying to go ahead with that. If you understand that. Best believe that's the knowledge that you already know. If you don't know, I'm going to school you a little bit for myself. All right. I understand this right here. The parallel and circuit. What is going on right now is that most of us, we in circuit situation. Now, they have some of us already in parallel. Now, when we in this earth right now we in earth. I don't know what is going to happen later on in life, because you got to understand that we have earth and they have a similar place that is called Titan. It's not, it's not in none of the Zodiac or anything like that. And especially earth. Now, you're wondering why they don't put Earth as in your Zodiac. They really did, but you just, you got to put two to two together. And that's what is the problem. Because if you can't put two to two together and understand what is going on, most likely you might be going in circle. You might. I'm not saying you are, because remember, we only dealing with energy. That's all we dealing with. All these planets. The sun is is a planet, but it's just too hot. And Earth, we living in right now. And then you have Saturn, and Saturn with its ring around it, with the core planet is in the middle. So, what I'm trying to get at for the cause and effect. If you can't see what's going on, let me put up closely. See, you got your cause and effects. I got my cause and effects for all of these situations. Now, if you was in the parallel situation, you will only be going straight, and most likely, it's only one Zodiac right here goes there. It's only a straight. And they're built perfect. Literally. Built perfect. And I'm not going to give which Zodiac that is, because this is going to give you time to, to give you understanding. And it's not going to be in this video. So you can go ahead, hop your ass out this video, or you will just stay here and listen to me. But so now, but the parallel situation is that this person here already is in a parallel situation and is already doing what God wants them to do. These are the people that God wants them to do. This is the people that God wants them to do, because they're already following what God wants them to do, basically. Here, this is not what God wants. God don't even want this circuit. This circuit, because it's just nothing but a circle. We could go on and on and on and on and on, but you gotta understand, once you on this on and on and on, some people is in the disguise of this on and on and on. Because if you was following what God wants you to do, you would do this on and on and on. But you got some people out there goes this on and on and on, but really it's in the circle. They're really in the circuit, and that's the energy for this. Energy for this, energy for that. These operate in energy already because we are looking for the cause and effect. Because the cause and effect was that God created us. Now here goes, it could be a big problem, man, when it says that God created us. Now, if us human, if we are capable of building a home, we are capable of building a car, we are capable of building a relationship, and then we are capable of that women out here that is, doing what they doing and off their offsprings, they are creating. But at the same time, we have people that's trying to not have this going on no more because they want this circuit thing going on. It's like we wants to create other things. It's okay. They want to make the unbelievable things. Even though you make the unbelievable thing, you still will have to follow this on and on situation. No matter what. And there's only one sign is doing that. And most signs sometimes don't even believe in it sometimes. But there's only one sign that the one sign of Zodiac believes in this. Because they only know this route. They don't know nothing else. They don't know about this circle and circle. Because if it's in circle and circle, they won't even get far the way they is. And if they don't get far, it's because they're not really holding on to this. They done got scattered somewhere. So and don't look at the position that they in, because they position that they in, you cannot judge book by its cover. We all know that. 2019 done told us that already because we are here. 2018, we seen it. It's becomes a repetitive thing going on. Now we're at 2019. We still, it's like, okay, we acknowledge it. Is this thing's gonna keep going on as this right here? Circuit. We all in the circuit. Now, the reason why we in the circuit because somebody tampered something that what God did not want to be tampered with. You ever be at whatever place you at and somebody else comes along and pick up your precious thing, whatever that precious thing is, that's something that you like very dearly, or you love very dearly, something that belongs to you, and nobody didn't give it to you but yourself at that time and moment, and somebody else came along and messed with it, and you would be upset. Now, you might say might be upset until a situation happens. That's what's the major thing about in this world. That when something happens, that's when you realize what is really going on. But when something doesn't happen, it's like you feel untouchable. You feel like nothing. The reason why you feel like nothing, because nothing is not happening to you. It's like no tragedy. Nothing is not coming up missing. Somebody's not coming in to mess with you, to move your things, to touch your anything. It's just you are operating on yourself, so you don't have anything to have to think of. There's nothing to a slight to think of. So that means that if you was walking in this path, this parallel, because to be honest, parallel, you can easily have doing this. Easily. Without even touching each other. But the energy already there. So if you could have plenty of these that is doing it, they're going on the right path. They ain't got no choice but going to the right path. This is what you call, most time, this is your 0 degrees. The reason why you have to give it 0 degrees because they all follow. They all follow. It's like no matter how far of a distance of each other, you could do that. You know, the way how I'm drawing, and if you're looking at it that way, it doesn't matter. They're at a 0 degrees. Here has a distance, a major distance. So when this has a major distance, this becomes a problem. This is where God didn't want. God did not want this, but it happens. The reason why it happens because somebody came down and tempered what he got going on. So whatever got going on and tempered, now you got these two working with each other. Now you have a split. You know what I'm saying? You got the split. You got the circuit and you got your parallel. Simple as that. If you can't see that, because I know some people can't see and some people can. They got the 20/20 vision and some people got whatever vision they got going on. But if you want me to bring it up and show you, and here we go. This is what it looks. That's your cause and effects. Your cause and effects are here. Now, while these planets here are fighting for one planet, deep down in the Zodiac system, they don't even have Earth as nowhere. It's not even brought up. The name is not even brought up. But slightly, if you know the Zodiac system, Zodiac is really Venus. Venus is really Earth. What Venus represents. Now, once you understand what Venus represents, it's going to give you two zodiacs who's under that, and which one that is. And it's funny how it operates. You have your Taurus, and you have Libra. Or they Libras. Sometimes I wonder, like, you know, how you really pronounce that. Taurus in Venus and Libra is in Venus. What it represent planet of love. As in disguise. Once you reveal that, and you got to understand, to reveal this, you had to do a major study on everybody that was coming out in this world, was born into this world, to get why the way they was acting, the way they was doing certain things. Venus is a very powerful thing because Venus is nothing but hotness in the inner self. It becomes hotness. So now you're wondering, okay, but Venus has its own planet, of course. But you gotta understand energy. Gotta understand energy. If you don't understand energy, energy is just like everything. Like you could watch it, two magnets, and put it together. You see how it clicks, or if it takes the opposite of a magnet and you see how it drawing back from each other. That is in real life itself, and you can see that as it plays as a display when a human being make that, because they figured it out. If they didn't figure it out, you would never know that existed. But if you didn't know if that existed, you could go on YouTube and go look up magnets, how magnets work. Once you figure that out, it might give you a little insight what I'm trying to get into. But anyways, yes, we operate in under DNA and things like that, and certain things. Especially if you're getting cut, you see how your body, that if it's nothing wrong in your body, that whatever you've been taking into this world while you in Earth, you'll see how your body is putting things together. It's, even though it will have a scar, because it can't cover something that doesn't have that is cut you, and you will not have a little scar onto it. But they are working onto it of not having the scar. They are working on that. But I think a little scar makes a difference. You might not gonna see it on the outside, but on the inside, it reveals itself. That's one thing about that. Especially like people who has certain things in them, like some type of situation of of health issues, that could even show you on the inside. It's like it's the inner. Like, I'm trying to find a better describe to another way. Like vehicles. Like right now, instead of vehicles was not in computers, now we in computers. So now it goes more in depth. Now it has a brain. So now that could go to a way longer end. But getting back to what I was saying is that Venus is really Earth. Now the sun, we should already know what the sun is all about. And the sun is open. It doesn't have nothing around it. Just an open situation. Just like Earth. Earth has its core, the hottest thing of them all. And what's hot too? Venus is hot too. If nobody don't know that, Venus is hot itself on the inside. Don't mean I'm not saying for good or bad. I'm not saying anything. So that's why Venus is with Earth. And Sun is really Leo. And please, Leo, don't think you the sun and all whatever and get too much cocky yourself and things like that. I know you could get very cocky and things like that. And I don't blame y'all to be cocky, because if I understand how the sun is, it's very hot and things like that, and it's all in the open, might as well. I get that. Saturn is the planet with defense on the outside. It has things, objects, whatever obstacles before you even comes into Saturn. And here goes the funniest thing about Saturn. Most people think Saturn is the worst thing of them all. And the worst thing about it is, is that God made these planets the way they are. Made everything. Sure enough, it didn't make Saturn to be the wickedest, the bitters, everything that whatever. Only problem is that it has the defense, and it's prettiest, very pretty, but it has a defense. And you know who's under Saturn? Capricorn. You know? Capricorn is under Saturn. Straight up. Now, if you watch how Capricorn are, not meaning is the extra of the with the moon, because here goes your energy. Your energy is the moon. Moon of emotion. Moon of the emotion. That's where your energy at. Energy done. There are coming from here. There are people with. This is what God wants them to do, and this is what God didn't want this to happen. But this person here at the beginning thought of something different. But by the time you know how sometimes by the time that it realized anything, it was already too late. You know, it already started. And you know that Saturn is a initiator starter. Initiate things. It's not a finisher, but initiate. So when it initiate, the other, whoever, you know, who's stronger, you know, or whatever, sometimes you have Leo, you know, what's Leo's under? They are definitely in, you know, initiated. And here goes the thing is that why is that Saturn is an earth sign? The reason why Saturn is an earth sign, because Saturn temperate. When it tempered, it was a big throw off and made people comes here. You ever heard when that it said something about that Lucifer or the morning star or the devil, whoever you want to name, because it could go on and on and on, that it grabbed 1/3 of the angels down to earth. Down to earth. Where planet is already in love. And you gotta understand that Saturn is already in a loving situation. It's pretty, you know, nice and beautiful. It likes to do, you know, things in situation at its own aspects. But if you give me a order and you created me and you gave me all this being, this ability, and you give me all this, you know, an order and said, hey, I need you to protect the people who, you know, not even the people, the two people in this world, in earth, just to watch out for them and things like that, and you say to yourself, me watch over them, that's something that you created. If you ever hear or watch how a Capricorn move, you're gonna know one thing, that Capricorn is gonna move in a way it's mystery. To me, I believe that all Zodiac has a mystery. That's my belief. I don't believe in nobody that doesn't have it. I believe, or only just a few has it. I believe all of them have a mystery, but you know, that's just their way of thinking. And Capricorn saying to himself or her, and saying to myself, I'm over here, had this great ability, and you want me to watch these two people to be who you want them to be. But there's something that could make them to do it on their own. And basically, you know, God is not thinking anything for that, because he wants them to be the way he wants them to be, not somebody else, because I created it. I'm trying to make the video more short and close it out. I'm gonna give you a little more hint onto certain things. We in 2019 right now, and right now we are seeing self-driving. Now everybody hears it, but we got so much going on in this world because we're not relaxing in here. We're not relaxing and taking the time out to think and see, like, if this gonna be really to be a good thing. Some people are already saying it's a good thing. Some people are already not. This is where you get God didn't want it to happen. I mean, this is what God want them to do, where we're not trying to do this extra thing. We're, we wants to follow what God wants us to do. But since it's here, since Saturn is already in Earth now, because it made himself to be, or her made herself to be an Earth, along with Virgos. Because Virgo, is along with that. But watch this. Watch this. What is Virgo are? What planet is operating in Virgo? This might be too small, whatever. But I'm gonna bring it down as much as I can. What I'm trying to say is Mercury. And Mercury, what are they? Because Saturn, we already know what Saturn are all about. Saturn is all about seriousness. Basically, God, are you serious about this, man? Like, you serious? Like, the two people that you got in this world, I'm not going to sit here and try to babysit them. Virgo here is the communicator. Virgo is the communicator. It communicates from Venus into Capricorn. And they believe in perfection. Why? Because if it didn't never communicate it, had the communication, especially Geminis. And the thing about what Gemini people do not understand is because they are operating things that you cannot even see. And that's what most every zodiac sign. They are operating things that you cannot see. But here right now, we're not gonna go that far. We're gonna stay within the Earth. It's Mercury. Mercury is one of the energy. Once that operates, then the energy, it communicates. Whatever it communicates. Venus is a planet of love, already built in with Earth. Saturn basically wants to do, because his memory is all about seriousness, wants to babysit. Because what's the point of babysitting somebody that you created, and there are more to this? That's why God is not really mad. It's not really mad at Saturn. It just don't like the certain things what Saturn got going on. So when it done tampered with the people who are parallel, was, not the people, but the two people who was there, or two person, whatever. The two person was there. Now, God says, you know what? Since you tempered, you are along with Earth. But Virgo is along with Earth too, because let me give you the communication. And Virgo's always trying to be the perfectionist. You could see it in their face. You could see it in how they way they move. Yes, they could talk so much, some type of recklessness or things like that, and you wondering where that come from. And some people could tolerate it. My time is really up right now because I don't want to waste nobody's time, because this video is kind of long, and I'm just here just to tell you here that a piece of puzzle what was going on. So thank you for joining for Johnny Rico Demonic. We already talked about mostly the cause and effects, because all this is the cause and then becomes an effect. If you could soak this down, because really, I'm a person who will give the knowledge, but I really don't like to get too much into details, because I feel where Saturn coming from. I really, really do feel where Saturn coming from. Then at the same time, I understand where God is coming from too, and I'm doing as best as I can to display it as much as I could. So thank you for watching this video, and tune in for the next video. And I don't know what my next video will be like, but hopefully that it becomes good. And I hope, some of the people out there, I didn't talk too much. I might have talked too much. Who knows? Some people like it, some people don't. This is the world we're living in. I understand. It's your opinion. It's your thoughts. It's your feelings. It is what it is. And I have to give myself a clap or a hand on the back. Whatever that is, because I'm doing my part. So thank you. And I guess how you say this again, I might get better at it. I am kind of slow on some minds sometimes. Subscribe to the like button, and don't forget to ring the bell, something like that. I don't know. I'm not into this telling people what to do. People do whatever they wants to do. No duh. And I feel free when they do whatever they wants to do. I don't know. I don't want nobody to feel like they pressure on anything. I want you to come here as free. Okay, I'm done. Goddamn.